Just need to drill the barrel out. I think that drill bit is a bit too small. Oh, hello there. Today we're going to check out some very old Rogue Trader era Space Marine sculpts.
Scifiwargamers.
So greetings, my name's Marcel and it's my mission to help you explore the hobby. I just pointed the wrong, I just pointed in the wrong direction there. Bear with me. So today we're checking out the Imperial Space Marines release, known at the time as RT101. And these guys were £2.50 for 3 in a blister, and they were sculpted by Mark Copplestone and Ali Morrison.
Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. RT101 Imperial Space Marines. £2.50 for 3 miniatures. So here are the RT101 Imperial Space Marines, and these ones have been designed by Ali Morrison and Mark Copplestone. We don't know on an individual basis as to which was sculpted by whom, sadly, but anyway, let's have a look. First up is Brother Ward, who appears to be a Blood Angels communication officer of sorts, or perhaps he is holding one of the original Auspex scanners there. I'm not sure what the weapon is between his legs. An interesting way of carrying it that could perhaps be a chainsword. Oh, apparently it's a bolt pistol according to the caption. He's a veteran, as you can see by the Crux Terminatus on his left shoulder pad. Brother West is next, and he appears to be an Ultramarine with the biggest chainsaw bayonet blade attachment you could ever get for your bolter, or a combat blade as this is known as, and this guy has possibly the longest nose I've ever seen on a Space Marine, but he does have that interesting padded area sculpted underneath his left shoulder pad. Next up is Brother Gorshin, who is equipped with a needle gun, a weapon we do not see very often at all. I think they turned into sniper rifles further along down the road, but I may be wrong, please let me know. I'm not 100% sure on this guy's chapter. He appears to be wearing his alternative camouflage scheme, which is kind of a terracotta brown and leopard spotted yellow colour. A little interesting, although I have to say I don't like the look of this one. One of everyone's favourite miniatures is up next, and that is Brother Meredith. Good luck getting hold of this guy nowadays. Look at that face. This guy has been through the wars, literally. He has given up on life. Here he is painted as a Legion of the Damned Space Marine. You can tell by the little skulls on his shin pad there and what appears to be his wrist guard. But that mouth really says it all. One of my favourite Space Marine miniatures ever, I think. Next up, another Legion of the Damned Space Marine, and this time it's Captain Romero with a bolter and chainsword, and I think we see a lot of this sculpt over the years. Now, I'm looking at this miniature and I'm thinking, right, his left arm looks like it's holding the chainsword along with the right arm. And then, coming out from behind him, is his right arm again with a bolter in hand. So it looks a little bit like he's got a third arm there. But that might just be the sculpt. If you had this in hand, it might look a little bit different. However, this miniature does remind me of the miniature of Gabriel Seth. Interesting there. Next up, Brother Kit. He is not the gentleman that got interred into the Knight Rider car when he died. He is of an unknown chapter again. This might be the Mantis Warriors Tranquility Campaign colour scheme, and he is armed with a massive power axe. This thing looks a mess, I'm not going to lie. I can't tell if it's supposed to be a bolter with an axe head equipped, although he does have a bolter attached to his right hip there. Interesting face on this guy. I'm not sure if they painted the backpack or not. Is that base coated a brown colour, or is that just the original plastic backpack just stuck on there? Again, let me know in the comments below. Now, another famous Marine up next, and this is where Lewis Hamilton originated from back in the day. Did you know that Lewis Hamilton was once a Mentor Legion Space Marine? I am lying, by the way. This is just Brother Hamilton, and he is equipped with a bolter, and this is a very, very cleanly painted Space Marine here. I think this one looks fantastic and still holds up well today. The blue and gold markings on his right shoulder pad there do actually mean something, although I have to say I can't remember what. Next up is one of the Space Marine police units. They do have a proper name, I don't remember. It might literally be military police. And he's kind of a black painted Marine with the little logo you can't quite make out on his right shoulder pad. He's equipped with a melter gun and has a red helmet, but we cannot tell which chapter this gentleman is from. However, he is a nice miniature. Brother Blake is up next with his non-codex standard auto gun. Did he drop his bolter somewhere and pick up the auto gun? He has the stripy head. I thought that meant he was a tech marine or maybe a medic. Again, I might have my Rogue Trader Space Marine markings mixed up again. It was a long time ago in 1988. But this guy is an Ultramarine, and I think he's painted very well. Brother Craig is up next, and he appears to be another Blood Angel. And yet again, this Blood Angel is holding something in his left hand, and upon further inspection, I think he might be changing the magazine on his bolter. Although someone appears to have stolen the barrel off his bolter as well. Or they clipped it off, or they didn't notice it was missing. Either way, this is a very interesting Marine. Captain Newmar up next. Yet another miniature playing the circle game there. Don't look below his waist. His right arm appears to be completely bionic with a little bayonet attachment affixed to his wrist there. Very, very deadly. This guy is also painted as a Legion of the Damned Marine. We see a few of these back in the days of Rogue Trader. Next up is another Mentor Legion Space Marine, and this one is Brother Napier, and he is equipped with a bolt pistol and a power fist. One of the first power fist metal miniatures, perhaps, after the plastic RT101 boxed set. He has an interesting mix of a normal shoulder pad and a studded shoulder pad on his right arm there. Also, if you check out his face paint, he has the same facial tattoo or face paint as the piece of artwork from the Mentor Legion Index Astartes. I think his name was Brother Isaiah. Don't quote me on that. Moving on, we have Brother Basshart, who appears to have stolen a custodian spear with a power axe here. And he's a lovely looking miniature. Again, very cleanly painted. These Mentor Legion really are well painted back in the day. There's something going on with his left shoulder pad. I can't quite make out what it is, although it looks like a pig skin of sorts. Another Legion of the Damned Marine up next with Brother Harris and his bolter. The fire effects on this one really are painted nicely. There's almost a mottled effect on that yellow there. Very nice indeed. He appears to have a bionic eye or something going on there, maybe a bridge attachment to his nose. He also has a very well arranged stud pattern on his left shoulder, which reminds me a bit of a pool table when you're setting up. Brother Reeves is next, and he is a Space Wolf equipped with a bolter, and he has his helmet attached to his right hip there. And I have to say, I really do prefer the colour scheme of the Rogue Trader Space Wolves, the just sort of grey colour with the lovely yellow Space Wolf logo outlined in red. I think they look fantastic, and I'd like to see more Space Wolves painted in this way today. maybe that might be something I have to do. One of my favourite chapters is up next with Captain Crabb of the Lamenters. He is equipped with a bolt pistol and a hand flamer. You don't see many hand flamers around nowadays, but back in 1st and 2nd edition, I remember these things being everywhere. They had a teeny tiny little flamer template as well, which was awesome. Congratulations to the guy that painted the checker pattern on his right shoulder pad there. I think that looks fantastic. However, moving on, we have Captain Dozier, or Dozier, and what on earth is going on with this guy's armour? Is this a camouflage scheme? Is this a bizarre chapter colour scheme? I think this might even be early salamanders. I'm sure they had a kind of green and yellow swirly camouflage pattern. Anyway, he has half a metal head, although the bottom half of his head appears to be metal. The right side of his face appears to be bionic. He definitely has a bionic arm with possibly a little weapon affixed to the underside of his wrist there, a bit like Spider-Man, and a fantastic looking chainsword where you can barely see the chainsaw teeth, but he is a very interesting miniature indeed. And lastly, we have Wounded Marine, and I love how in these early releases they always had a wounded miniature as part of the release lines. I think we're missing these today, but this guy has definitely given up on life. I love the blood effects coming out of his right ear there. Absolutely fantastic. And also he appears to be an ultramarine, so that's an extra 10 points for wounding one of those.
I tell you what, there's a few Space Marine miniatures there that I really fancy getting my hands on. I have to say, Brother Meredith with his face is absolutely fantastic, and I need one, and I need him in my collection. I want to know which of those Space Marines you had, which Space Marines of those you wanted, which chapter did you paint them as? Do you still have any of these laying around in your closet, or perhaps you even still use them in games today? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see some more Oldhammer videos, then check out the playlist up here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That means you, Mark. As always, thank you very much for watching, and always remember to drill your barrels.